I brought my agent to my show at the main room.
Oh, yeah? How'd it go?
I bought my dick off.
Farting in regular yoga class, fine. Farting in hot yoga is...
First of all, just want to touch on that. Not fine to fart in regular yoga class. Do you know how many shows I've done with people I didn't want to fucking see? I don't. A million?
All of my bridesmaids are wearing potato sacks. I don't give a fuck.
I wish I was worse when I drank, so I'd stop.
Boy, the dicks I've sucked for literally nothing. Here we go again. Welcome to Slobs!
Oh, yeah.
What's up, everybody?
We're here. We're doing it. Slobs is alive. It's the big premiere live from SiriusXM.
That's right. Here we are in studio.
Oh, my God. They can't believe they let us in here. It was so clean.
It was very clean. And we all went to the bathroom and did not realize that there was another woman in there. And I
had a very personal conversation, really loud, and then walked out, and on the other side of the door was our host. Yeah.
I did walk in and say...
Our voices just in public generally, I think.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I never will, but I should, you know. Boy, we really just came in hot.
I came in and I thought I had my period, and I went, I thought you got my period. Then you guys followed me in. Then I went, no, just sweating.
We're like,
and then I didn't know somebody
so
was
much.
fucking beside me in the stall. And the nice man's out there waiting. And I come out, I'm like, I took a big shit. He's like, what? I'm like, I don't know why I'm saying
I
this.
thought it would be funny, and then I realized it's not. And there's a woman in there who's like, some woman with a sweaty vagina came in here telling her stories.
Yeah, and then I yelled over both of you to tell the story of the time I had the anal hallucination on stage, and I thought I had diarrhea into my butt crack and had to hold it
Clench those
inside of
cheeks.
my butt crack because I was wearing a mini skirt, and then got off stage and found it was nothing. And then we all stepped out, and there was another person in the restroom and someone immediately outside of the bathroom.
Yeah, and I
We're
fully
in an
admitted
office
to
building.
crapping my pants multiple times on stage
You
in there.
said so many
I was like, I
times
wish it was a hallucination. I have sharded multiple times.
What? Okay, this is alarming to me. What? Multiple. Okay, if you do it once, maybe you stop the farts on stage then.
I will say it hasn't.
Yeah, who farts
okay,
on
first of all,
stage?
I'm not on stage going, time to rip one.
I feel like you have
I'm
before.
sorry.
You are.
I'm in the moment. I'm fully present. This is just like the yoga class
Sorry
thing.
for
It's like I
living.
can't- I'm sorry. If you can't be fully present and clenching your cheeks. It's one or the other.
Sorry for connecting to my body during my set.
But it's just being one with the universe.
I will say I pee at least one dollop of piss almost every set because whenever I yell now, I think I have a loose urethra. So if I yell something loud, one big drip will come out, and then I'll say it out loud. And I'm like, no one needs to know this. But then I'll just have like a big wet piss underwear.
Did I tell you guys a story of the time I pissed my pants on stage and changed into my pajamas on stage to continue my set? It was a headlining set. I pissed my pants immediately.
You like
before
fully
going
pissed
on.
your pants?
I pissed my pants laughing at my feature act's closer. So I pissed and it was enough that I was like, this is really going to be the focus of my set for me.
I'm covered
if I
in
don't,
urine.
so I had someone come back out and tell a joke real quick while I switched into my nighty nights, and then because I'd gone straight from the car to the gig. Yeah.
Oh, Did you bring it up to the audience?
Oh yeah, it was a conversation.
Or were you like, let me just be a woman in pajamas?
No, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna level with you guys. Like, I pissed my pants. That's where we're at right now. I've got to change of clothes. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on. I don't think I initially was planning to change clothes, but then once I told the crowd that I pissed my pants laughing, what I meant to do was lift up the feature. I'm like, how funny was that guy? I peed in my pants, and then I was like, fuck. Now they know I peed my pants. I was like wearing light jeans.
So
so
you
it's like
you can see the piss.
I knew about it. You know what I mean? You never really know how much it is.
I think that.
I do know how much. There's a difference between a dollop of piss and a gallon of piss.
It wasn't a drop and it wasn't a gallon.
Okay.
It was enough where it was like, there's like peeing a drop, and then there's where you're like, oh, I have to make this stop. I had to make it stop.
You have to use
and I had a
effort
hard time
and
to pinch the tip.
I pissed my pants.
Is that gonna? Does that get worse for us when we get older? Are we just gonna have to wear?
I don't think
diapers?
it gets better. I don't think it gets better.
I've been peeing like this for a while. It started. I used to bike ride a lot, and then when I would get off my bike seat, every time a big bunch of piss would come out.
Man.
So I think I've pounded my urethra.
Pussy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I counted my pussy. My pussy's been pounded. Now I piss. Thank God I have this popper on here because I'm really popping these peas.
Yeah, I'm not even joining the conversation because I don't have a mic popper. It's. Oh man, yeah, I've had lately a lot of close calls too, where a lot of. This just feels very medical. Lately, a lot of my urinating is an emergency. Yeah, man. So wait, you guys have never even sharded a little bit?
I have not
on stage.
Absolutely not on stage. I know.
Here's what it is.
I had a turtle head recently, but I didn't shart. I haven't had that happen as an adult yet, and I know that it's
lucky.
coming right around the corner.
You know
just
what?
based on my age and the experiences that my friends have shared with me.
I will say this though is that like I haven't done it in a long time. I'm saying it like I did it all the time, which
You
I may or may
kind
not
of made
have.
it sound like you do it all the
But-
time.
Yeah, it's a regular
I feel like
occurrence.
maybe we're backtracking from that place.
I have greatly changed my diet, and I think there's something to be said about headlining a club in the Midwest where the only thing open is like Pizza Ranch.
Oh
And
yeah!
then you're
Oh
like,
my god, I
Yeah.
loved Pizza
It's
Ranch.
so
I used to eat
good.
it with ranch. Oh man, I ate so
Oh,
much of that stuff
me
in college.
too. And
Oh.
then
Sounds good.
jukebox Peoria, just yelling, sharding. There's a racetrack across the way for some reason,
You're
and I'm
just
trying to.
fitting in.
It's like
Yeah.
I'm in the moment.
That's a when in Rome situation. You're shirting in Peoria.
Yeah, I guess
When
that's
Pizza
true. You're
Ranch.
just trying to like I'm just like the rest of you.
Yeah.
It's how you make yourself relatable to the common man.
Hello, people of Peoria. I have poo-pooed.
You're wearing like the big Janis Joplin sunglasses and look so big city, but you're like, I shirt too. They're
That's
like,
your
we
merch?
don't shart.
You just sell stained sharded underwear. You just
Those
fold
two,
your-
for the right
That'd sell off.
audience.
That would sell.
75 a sniff, 100 if
Yeah.
you want to take home
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I will mail them anywhere in the U.S. for $500
Your
right
merch
now.
Yeah.
table is just a Tokyo vending machine.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Ah,
panties.
that what a dream to be. What do you do for a living? Well, I poop in vending machine underwear.
Yeah. Speaking
About
of
the size.
gross merch, this wasn't gross, but I signed 2 people's breasts this past weekend.
That's
I
incredible.
love that
It was
for
the
you.
best.
That's good.
But then one guy tried to get me to sign his balls.
Sure.
Oh.
But he had dreadlocks, so I was like, I can't. If he didn't have dreadlocks for some reason, I would have been more comfortable with
Well,
it.
yeah,
oh,
because
I would have put a price tag on that.
It was like I felt like they probably had like a
dreadlock balls.
Yeah, dreadlock
I don't-
balls.
you
and like
can't-
a
But just
smell.
touch the tip of the markers. For future reference, if it comes up again, what amount of money would make it worth it for you to sign a guy's nasty white dreadlock balls?
I think this is good for all of us to know.
Yeah, I don't know, because
Something to think about.
I did think about doing it for the
$5.
bit. I
Have
was
it in
like,
your
I'm
price
going
packet.
to. Yeah,
Yeah, you could buy a shirt, or you could pay me $100 and I will sign your balls.
I'd sign him for 100.
But
for
it
sure.
wouldn't just be the marker
You
on the
have to-
tip. You have to hold them. You have to flatten them out. You
No,
have to, like,
that's
that
his
becomes his
job.
job.
Oh
That's
yeah,
him.
or it
He
gets 2
flattens
other
them
people.
out.
to
He's
hold
the
them
Like
up.
when I
Yeah,
got
then
my
you-
asshole lasered and they made me hold my own butt apart.
They
That's
made
where
you
that
hold
is.
your own butt
Yeah,
apart
they-
while a laser was in your butt.
Yeah,
They don't
hold your butt apart with your
They
hands.
don't have
That's the
those
instruction I
machines.
received.
Like they don't have the things like when you go to the dentist and
They don't have that.
Or
for
Or
your
like that
butthole.
game.
pull
yeah,
your
yeah.
lips apart.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
They don't have
tell
that for
you
your
to hold it
butthole?
apart. Nope.
Wow.
They tell you to
That would
hold it
really
apart.
gape it though. That's almost too much.
I was surprised too.
Yeah,
Like a
well-
speculum.
That's
Yeah.
I guess it's not going to help my sharding situation.
But do you think it's better than 2 people coming in holding your butt?
Yeah.
Like I'd rather hold my own ass and 2 people come in and just hold my ass.
what if they're fun people?
I kind of wanted to. I don't know. I
For the
like to
price?
assign a certain level of professionalism to other people. Where I'm like, you've done this a million times. Of course, you're going to hold my ass open. You know how to do it. Where it's like
Yeah,
clean and whatever. I don't know.
clean
Gloves on, of course.
Well, yeah, I didn't think it was bare fingers, just 2 fingers, and they're going,
Yeah,
So I gotta
well,
make
I
it
was
Just
nice.
like-
raw hands on your butt cheeks. Like, all right, pull them apart.
Yeah.
This is Bill. He just comes in, he just pulls the ass apart. He
He's-
won't look.
I'm like, I don't know whose
Big
job
hands.
this should be, but I feel like it shouldn't be mine. I feel like it
He's
should
the
be
director
someone
of
else's.
cheeks. That's.
Is it extra
Direct-
to hire an ass holder? I wonder if I'd ask that.
I wonder if you could. That's like a thing you can.
Could you
purchase.
do it? Would you hold my ass? I'm not asking you personally.
Oh, I was like, is this a test of our friendship? 'Cause
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna fail.
I hold your
realize
ass.
How much it sounded like I was asking you until you were.
I just.
Are you? No, I meant
I
like
would.
if I had asked the lady, but also I don't want to compromise her ability to laser.
don't want
it.
her,
I don't
like-
want her to be like. I mean, which hand am I gonna hold the laser?
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
You don't
yeah,
want her
no.
getting loose with that laser. You could lose a lip or something.
That's right.
Yeah.
Holding a
Ooh.
butt open is a 2-person job.
That is. It's.
I'll be honest with you. When they did it, it was patchy, and that was when I was like, "Well, if it's gonna be patchy, I'll just use a razor, like I have." been."
Really? It wasn't even.
No, it wasn't perfect.
How much hair? So you think you have that much hair on your ass that you had to get lasered?
At that time, I thought that if I got it lasered, all the hair would be completely gone, but that's not the case.
They're like coming for
There
every
are
6 months
stragglers,
for.
which
Yeah.
why have a professional do something if they're not going to do it any better than you did?
I'm just
Yeah.
alarmed because you don't seem like a hairy person.
I was gonna just say. I was like, you don't strike me as a hairy.
Oh,
Yeah.
person.
you guys are so sweet. I
No, like
appreciate
you have
that.
no hair. Like you look at me,
You seem hairy.
You know I got some hairs around.
Yeah, you just sort of have like a hairy essence. I wouldn't say like I don't look at you like you don't have extra hair,
it's
but like
not even
I think it's my voice.
Like.
It sounds like there's just hair in my
In your
throat. Like I
throat,
just sound like I'm just fucking. I'm European. I'm fucking Bulgarian. We're disgusting. I have a really big. We call them treasure trails in Canada, but you guys call them happy trails.
Oh,
we call them treasure trails. Where
Do
I'm
you?
from. Yeah.
Oh, because I always say treasure trail. No one knows what the fuck I'm talking about.
I call them disgusting.
No, we call them.
Get it
treasure
out
trails.
of here.
I'm gonna shove your face in it right now.
Ew.
Under my dress. No, it's bad.
Doesn't seem so happy now, does it?
No,
not.
there's no treasure
What
here.
were you saying? You're talking about your.
I'm
treasure
saying,
trail.
I was saying, because like I've gone against. There's no point of me even doing laser because I'm lasering my entire body.
It's a ruthless
like
endeavor.
only my eyeballs have no hair. Everything else has hair in my body. So there's no. I'd spend thousands of dollars.
Huh.
As a person
They have
of
Groupons.
hair.
I need Groupons. How many Groupons can one person
That's where you want to. Someone with.
A lot.
Let me give you a
They
Groupon.
have a Groupon where it's like 5 visits to get your like. You can get your calves, your upper legs is a different price. Like
Do not use a Groupon on someone putting a laser on your body.
I don't work for the clinic, by the way. I absolutely used a Groupon, and they
Oh.
did not do a great job.
It was Groupon. I used a Groupon for teeth whitening once,
yeah.
and at the end of the session, she like laid me under a light, put this stuff on, and I went in the bathroom and I looked at myself, and my gums were white, and
You know what?
I was like, I thank God it like they're like, oh, that will go away. I'm like, you couldn't have said that
You
ahead of
should
time.
say
Yeah.
that before I look.
I was
Yeah.
like, I'm a person with white gums now. This has to, like, I was like trying to have acceptance of like
Like I have oral albinism now. I'm
I
a
didn't think
fucking
I was pretty
freak. I haven't
before,
showed
but now I
it.
realize
Yeah.
I've taken for granted my pink gums, and then it went away. But
You know what?
Thank
I'm so
God.
glad that you brought that up because I've been using the white strips, but I bought 120 of them. You're supposed to use them for 14 days and then stop. I loved the results I was getting, so I kept going.
And
I
it's
have a
sensitive
canker
teeth.
sore right now in my mouth that has made me pray for death about 300 times in the last
from
4 days.
using them, you think?
Dude, it hurts so bad. I do think so.
Yeah, no, that's what they say because it'll also wear down the enamel and you'll start getting super sensitive teeth.
It really hurts.
Oh.
It hurts so bad
But
right
white
now. I have Orajel in my pocket, but I forgot to put it on. We
Oh,
should be
that's-
sponsored by them, by the way. I was putting this on like every 15 minutes. Turns out you're supposed to put it on 4 times a day.
Feels like you have a thing where
Yeah.
you like to overdo things.
Just straight up not reading the
Yeah.
instructions.
No, that's definitely-
But
no,
yeah,
it
I
seems like you
identify
read
with
them
that.
and you go, no, I know better.
Well, I didn't think you could overdo that.
If you overdose on
Mhm.
Orajel,
That's
I kind of also figure like, well, if I do it too much, I'll find out because my mouth will hurt. And I did it too much and I found out because my mouth hurt. But
Yeah,
now I
yeah,
am
yeah,
overdoing
yeah,
it on the Orajel. You're right.
yeah,
Huh.
just
How about
a
that?
little bit. I say
Just a
that,
little
but
bit.
I want the immediate. So I think if I do more, like, put it all on now.
I want to have the whitest teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
I want to
wanted to have
upset
the
people
whitest
with
teeth.
my teeth.
Do you
Yeah.
use it? You have white teeth.
No,
Is that the thing?
these are just my
shit.
chompers.
I think of my teeth as being crooked, so I want them. Actually,
well, that's different.
I think these are too little, and so I figure if they're white enough, it'll make up for how small.
They'll make them look larger.
These ones
I don't think
are.
anyone notices.
I want them to make up for it socioeconomically.
Mhm. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Do your part.
Yeah,
Show up. Show up. Be white.
yeah.
Wait,
I want it
Wait,
to
wait,
be.
whoa, 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 whoa,
Is that what I meant?
Show
Yeah.
up, be white
Hey, could we
doesn't
real
have a
quick
good
just
ring to
edit
it.
out?
Yes, it
show
does.
up,
I was talking about
be
the
white.
teeth.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm
think we
sorry.
need- we
That's
make
what I
sure.
want. That's all I expect from my
Slogan.
teeth.
That's
Show
the
up.
s-
Try not to
That's
smell.
the soundbite that they use on Sirius
Yeah.
forever.
And my life is ruined.
Welcome to Raw Dog Radio. Show up,
Be white. Jessica Michelle Singleton.
It was fun while it lasted.
How
Oh,
come you have a T-shirt made already? That's very strange.
It's
You
crazy
really.
you're wearing it right now.
Sell like hotcakes. What is a
It would,
hotcake?
it'd be sick. I don't know.
Speaking of clothes that we're wearing right now, Jessica Michelle has on a beautiful dress.
Oh, yeah.
And do you
Mhm.
want to talk about it?
Well,
Very,
I
very
listen.
about this
So
piece you're wearing right now?
So it's 50th anniversary of the Comedy Store this week. As we're recording, it's like we're pumping up for it, and I wanted to get fancy and order dresses. I was like, I'll rent the runway. And so I rented a green dress that in the picture on the thin model who's probably 5'10", I was like, this is couture. This is glamorous. The shoulders, it's everything. It came. I took a photo and sent it to both of you. And I mean, I just look like, are you the first one that said it? You were like, you sort of look like a plant.
You look like you're dressed as a plant for a school play.
It was like shrubbery.
It was so cute, but it wasn't glamorous.
No, no,
and then
no,
I
no, no, no.
emergency, they let you do backups.
Okay.
And my backups are, I mean, I now am. This is a fun Sunday brunch church lady dress.
Yeah.
So I got it. So it's not good for the party, but I was like, well, I already paid for it. I got to wear it somewhere.
Yeah.
And now I'm dressed like a ball of cotton candy.
I think it's really cute.
No, I think it's very cute.
It's fun.
But we are going to go shopping after this, and we'll both get something.
Is it so cute that I should have saved it? Don't answer that. I don't want to know.
What do you
Don't
think?
Look at me like
I
that.
do
Steph,
like it. No, because it's
you-
also a very good fit. That's what I was gonna say too. It's your tits look massive and it cuts the right spots. And it's got a
You
nice
know
little
what?
frill.
When I realized when I took the picture and sent it to you guys, I was no bra, and this is mostly bra.
I think it's still too much of a daytime dress for tomorrow. For
Yeah,
the
it might be.
occasion
Yeah,
that
yeah.
tomorrow
I
is.
think it's more glam. I'm
Yeah.
realizing now my outfit. I'm gonna look like a Russian
Model?
No, the model was gonna come out of my mouth next. A Russian model. No, like a 1980s. Like, did you guys know who Elvis Stoico was?
No.
He's a Canadian figure skater.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay,
look
yeah.
exactly like a Russian version of Elvis Stoico. Like, I realize it's like a romper, but like I have shoulder pads, and at first I was like, this sounds cool, but now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I'm gonna look psychotic.
No,
With
you're
shoulder
gonna look
pads, like little.
confident.
Oh yeah, that's use the word
With
confident.
tassels?
It's got silver tassels, and it's like short, so I had to get like tights. Otherwise, my fucking clit's gonna be hanging out the whole night.
Just dangling.
Just
Did
one
you burn it on the?
dangling baby. Yeah,
You
my-
burnt it on the
it's
seat
burnt
on the way
off.
over.
Yeah, we got scolded by
Oh,
John.
is that why you were yelling about your clit on the way over?
Yes, it got
She's-
scolded.
There's a heat wave in Los Angeles.
It's
And,
warm.
and black leather seats. Because you're not in New
By
York
the way,
anymore.
why
John.
is there a heat wave advisory when it's like 86 degrees?
No,
in
it's
the-
not. It's like nice at 90. It's
the
crazy.
valley's getting like close to 100?
Oh, really?
I think it's just because it hasn't been, so they're like, we don't trust people to not be stupid.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, it seems hotter out today, but just melting.
Yeah, no, it's not good.
I don't know.
I'm not used to this heat. Still, as a Canadian gal, I'm not used. It's too much, and I
It's a
complain a lot, and I think I have extra skin and extra hair. So there's a lot. There's a lot going
Well,
on.
the
Well,
hair
you're
is
wearing
going to make you hotter.
underpants, though, aren't you?
Of course.
Yeah.
When people don't wear underwear,
The confidence. After everything we just said at the top of this episode about peeing and being so sweaty you think your period
Like,
starts,
And
here's the
even
problem.
Free
just
lip?
having a vagina in the first place
Stuff's
is
coming
having
out.
a broken faucet. You never know what it's going to do.
no, things are always coming out. And if you're sitting there with it dry, I think something's wrong with you.
That's a
That's a
difference.
problem.
No,
that's
that's
a
a problem.
medical
That's a
issue.
problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll be dry for days, but then, you wouldn't dream of going
Dry
out in
for
underwear. You're not going to bet on
days?
it. Well, not dripping.
Oh,
I
that's
might have to go to
unfortunate.
the doctor.
No, you got to go to the fucking awesome
I'm
doctor.
a squish.
Ew.
Mine's not dry.
Yeah, mine's not dry either.
Mine's not dry.
Yeah, mine's
Give me those
Pouring
Clorox
waters.
wipes for a second, please.
I mean, depends on who I'm with. You know what I mean? People can really affect the mood. But
Mhm.
yeah, no, it does. It has a mind of its own. You know what I mean?
I just find it alarming when women are like wearing jeans.
Laura's having a
This is me
crisis.
finding out.
She's like, so wait, so we don't all have pussies that are dry for days?
So mine sucks. Got it.
No,
Okay.
I
Good
wish.
to know.
No.
I feel like
just
I
don't know
think
what
it's a
gonna
curse having
do
a.
next.
It's probably, honestly, it probably means that yours is functioning properly because
Yeah,
why
sometimes
is
it'll be
mine wet when
fine.
I'm not turned on?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Why am I reading about
Well, it's supposed to
astrophysics and I'm like,
self-lubricate.
oh,
Ew, I hate that sound.
well, I guess maybe there could be life out there.
There's life down here, that's
Yeah,
for sure.
There
You
is,
just
I think.
turn into Samantha from Sex and the City. Wow.
Oh my God, sex. Did you guys watch that, by the way,
I did. I
any
watched
of the
the
new
whole thing.
and just
I
like
watched
Oh.
most of the first episode and I was like, this is unwatchable. And
Yeah.
then like months later I watched the rest of all of
that?
it.
I just felt, it's like I felt like I had to.
It made me sad.
It was.
But
we
if
don't-
you rewatch the old one, it's just as bad.
Yeah, we just had
It's
worse
but it's
taste.
enjoyable, you
Yeah.
know.
Anyway, we don't need to talk about it.
I just have.
You're just in a
I've
more
never
fun
watched
chapter
it.
of life than being fucking 60
I
years
just-
old and your husband dies. Like that happened in the first episode, and everyone else spoiled it for me before I watched
So
it. So
shut
I feel
up
like
if
other
you're
people.
listening.
Oh no,
know
I will
that.
say that's the. I have never watched a single episode in my life, and the only episode I've ever watched was him dying on the Peloton,
And
and
you're
I
like, is
thought
this
it
the
was
show?
the funniest thing that I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, dying
I
on
honestly
the
thought it was a
Peloton?
comedy. I thought like this is so funny. The way she came in and just went and just did nothing while he just
Well,
died
he's
on the
still
floor.
kind of
Yeah, why
alive.
didn't she call
It was
911?
odd.
Are
She's
you out of
like,
your mind?
And then, and really, when people can't cry, it makes me laugh really hard. And she's really bad at crying.
I just, as a stand-up comedian, watching that whole arc storyline of the stand-up comedian, I was like, I can't deal with like the cartoonish, like, sorry, I can't stay, got a gig. Oh, I didn't mean to do a bid on you. And then them calling her special a comedy concert, I was like, enough.
1,000
No,
times.
no.
They
Yeah.
didn't just say it once. They
And
kept
that was like
saying it.
Comedy concert.
somebody on the writing staff was like, we've really got to change what we're calling specials.
Also, fucking that person is a comic.
They are?
Yeah.
I thought that was an actor that used to be on Grey's Anatomy. Actress.
They're,
person. What do you call an actor?
They're a comedian.
Oh.
Act them. Yeah.
Actor.
Yeah, that works.
Right.
Yeah,
Panicked.
Yeah, you did panic. An act they makes no sense.
Listen, I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm doing my best, and it's not great.
Show
Let's
up,
not
be
have
white.
this be the trailer. Not this and not the white power part.
Yeah.
If
I
we're
did
making
not say
notes.
white power.
Yeah, you said my teeth.
I said
Were
show up
your-
and be
Oh,
white.
that's
and then he
right,
said, "Show up,
okay.
be white
I'm
power."
like,
I heard you say white power at the
exact
end of it.
words not white power? Because for
I
some
did.
reason
I feel like
you did say white power.
I did not say
Yeah,
that.
after you got your everything went bleached, you opened your mouth and you went white power.
I'm
And you
like,
screamed.
can we
into
get
the
Jessica Michelle a quarter of a Vyvanse in here before she says white power again?
Took my medication. We should be sponsored by Vyvanse.
We should be sponsored by
Are you on
Vyvanse.
Vyvanse?
No.
Oh, are you on anything?
But we'd be
I'm
running
not.
a tighter ship if I were.
I didn't mean that in a like.
Yeah, you.
Oh no, I was like, who? What meds are we dealing?
Oh, I'm on a handful of meds.
Are you comfortable of saying them?
Sure. I do the Wellbutrin and Boostbar and Lamictal. And that's
Boostbar?
what
I've never
gets
heard
me
of that
through my
one.
day. That's an anti-anxiety medication. It has changed my fucking life. I think like 5 of my friends have started taking it because I'm
Wow.
like, you gotta start.
Are they all sober?
Wow.
It's basic. It just deals with your anxiety without all of like the awful side effects that SSRIs have. Sexual
Yeah.
side effects, appetite side effects, just like awful stuff. And it doesn't have any of that. It just brings me closer to, and I'm on the maximum dose of this thing, and I'm now closer to a baseline of not being completely terrified every
Of
waking moment
being
of my life.
alive.
I still do have panic attacks where I like think I'm having an anaphylactic reaction to something and think I might need to go to the ER and
Oh, that's
stuff like
terrible.
that. But not all the time.
Do you think that has ever
Shit.
gotten? I mean, that is just such an interesting name of a medication. Like, you have anxiety, you need Boost Bar, and someone's like, I do need to go to a bar.
Boost bar reminds me of
Huh, I
a
never
little
thought about that.
bullion cube, a little beef cube.
Oh, yeah,
little-
sure.
That's
Little
where my
Boost
head
Bar.
went. I'm a fat pig. Does it taste like a
I-
beef cube? I want it.
It doesn't.
I'm
taste
not
like
on
a
any
beef
meds, but I do eat beef bouillon cubes.
Yeah. We're all doing that, right? To get through the day.
It's good for your anxiety.
Whatever works.
So what are you on then?
Just Vyvanse. I just switched to Vyvanse.
Okay.
From Adderall, and it's been nice. I'm less robotic, and I think I'm less annoying than when I'm on nothing, but real hard to tell.
Okay. So you looked at me in a way that you thought I was on something. So now I'm like, should I be on
No,
something?
I just no.
Are you not on anything?
I take a chewable
Edible?
vitamin C.
Oh.
No.
That's adorable. If you're talking about vitamins.
No,
I'm
just
all
good
about
for
that
you.
level of
Out
stuff.
here
No.
functioning, raw dogging, like being alive.
Mm-hmm.
Just
I'm on
Just
nothing. I never
being
have
left
been.
to the
I've
ravages
never...
of your own
I
natural
wasn't
mind.
for a long time, and then I started going crazy after
I
the pandemic.
also would like to say I use many other tools in my life. I meditate daily. I have a balanced diet. I don't eat sugar or flour, as we've discussed. I
Mhm.
exercise almost every day. Like, I do everything else besides medication.
before you
Also,
went to
because I feel like
yeah.
medication has such a bad rap where people are like, well, you don't just take a pill. It's like, no, I don't just take a pill, but we live in fucking hell, and
Yeah.
I need a moment's peace. The
Yeah.
world is terrifying. I don't think it's
Okay.
my fault. I could get into a car accident anytime I'm in a car. That doesn't freak you out. How many like
Oh my-
horrible fatal car accidents have you seen in LA? I just have really
we
bad
literally
driving
saw a
anxiety.
woman
Yeah,
who'd
yeah,
gotten
yeah.
hit on her bike on the way
On the
over
Well,
way
here.
yeah, we
Yeah,
saw a
yeah,
woman
yeah.
dying on her way
Man,
here.
I don't know if she was dying.
Her
No,
leg hurt.
she
You could
had
tell
a
her leg hurt.
She wanted to die. I
The leg
think.
thing.
That's
I
She
wanted her
wanted
to
to
die because I could tell she was crying and talking at the same time, which I find
so
disgusting on a public level. There's no dignity to that.
How dare you?
I mean,
Yeah.
it's can happen.
What-
What?
Wait,
You
how
guys are-
how often have you
you guys are
broken down in
Are you
public
about
and
to
cried
cry
and
right
talked?
now? while
Oh,
talking?
I had a full panic attack 2 days ago. Full public. I was watching these 2 dogs, my dog and another dog, and then a girl came to the gate. The dogs were playing in the front yard, and this girl I've never seen in my life comes to the gate, and I go, "Oh, don't open the gate. Let me grab the dogs." She goes, "Open
Opens
the
the
gate." I go,
gate.
"Don't open the fucking gate, you fucking idiot!" Opens the gate. My friend's dog bolts out in the street. I live close to Santa Monica, so it's right at Santa Monica. I'm in my fucking slippers. I'm like, I start full crying, full screaming. Like I can't breathe. I'm like, there's like 3 teenage boys. I'm like, somebody help me. So they're like cornering the dog. It's this whole ordeal. I bring the fucking finally get the dogs, and Susan's running, thinking it's a fucking game. I'm like, I live in a busy fucking. It's so psycho. We're playing. I'm like, get the fuck in the fucking fence.
We're free.
I get them in. I'm like holding them both. Like I'm having a full like you can't get your breath, whatever. This fucking bitch grabs my slippers that I guess I flew off while I was sprinting
You
in the
left
street.
your slipper. No.
Doesn't say anything. Puts them beside me. Goes like this. Shakes her head and walks
The girl
away.
who opened
the girl who
the gate?
opened the fucking gate.
Do you even know why she was there?
I don't know who she is. I have been staring out my windows for 3 days. I will hurt this woman severely. Maybe I do need to be on something because I had like I was like, this is actually. I had a full and I didn't sleep all night thinking of the dog dying again. Like that fucks me up.
Yeah, no,
What is that? What medication do I need now?
Yeah,
What
well,
do I
you
need?
say you're not on medication, and then
Tell
the
the most
next
horrific
chapter is
go,
you
every
staring out your
day.
window for 3 days, fantasizing about homicide.
Oh yeah.
Like,
no,
maybe we
it's
take a little 25 milligrams of something or other.
yeah,
Sprinkle that on our morning coffee.
Yeah.
Start with meditation.
See if that doesn't
you know?
help.
Get some Rex. Take it. I can't meditate. I hate it. It's stupid and boring, and I tried it, and I can't.
Hilarious.
I remember being like that.
Mm-hmm.
I remember
I'm
when I
meditating
was
right
like
now.
that.
I have. Here's the thing. Susan, I feel like has been my golden retriever. Has been my.
Oh,
say that or something.
you're one of those, my emotional support dog, and then you dump
Have you
all
met her
your
dog?
emotions
I do.
on the dog. Then the dog
Oh,
shaking.
I love your
Ever-
dog.
No,
No.
she's
Susan
never.
doesn't
No,
shake. She
Susan's
doesn't
the
have the good
best.
sense to
She's
shake.
so
She has
stupid.
no idea what the
No
hell's
idea.
going on.
We snuggle every morning for like 30 minutes in my bed. Like I'm talking like she's on my chest, like just like looking in my eyes. I'm like, I cry sometimes, and we do a little thing together. But that's meditation, isn't it?
That is a form of
Something.
meditation. If you're like
Yeah.
completely present, that's all
Yeah.
meditation is being like present in your body and not. It doesn't have to be this like.
No.
I mean, that's what I do.
Is
but,
that what you do? You do that sound too?
yeah, I have a corner in my room that I call the Om Zone.
Yeah, someone said something that
No.
was so helpful to me because I used to hate it
I-
too because
I
I,
have
felt like
tried,
I was
though.
always doing it wrong. And he told me that even if your thoughts are racing the whole time, that can still be a perfect meditation because it still is your body letting go of stress.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I do a lot of my crying while I'm meditating, and I think it's because many times that's the first time that day that I've been aware of my feelings.
Interesting. Well, and the other thing I've heard, and God, I don't know if I've already said this about meditation, is really what you're getting out of it isn't the like moments of calm. It's like the moments when you're trying to meditate and not have all those thoughts, and you're trying to just focus on your breath, and you're like, I'm focusing on my breath, and then your brain goes off somewhere and starts thinking. The moment you go, oh, I'm not focusing on my breath anymore. That's the muscle you're working out. Is like being aware of your emotions getting heightened and going like, oh, so you're at least like, okay, I'm having my feelings. Because you know
Yeah.
when it's like, when you're in those moments of like sheer panic, and of
Mhm.
course, like I probably would have reacted the exact same way if I was in that situation.
Yeah.
But like, you can't assess, oh, I'm having a feeling, I'm overwhelmed because XYZ happened. You're just like, I guess I'm dying and I'll
Yeah,
always
yeah.
be sad and this is who I am now.
Yeah.
So it just sort of helps you go like, it's gonna pass, I guess. It doesn't
Yeah,
barely
yeah,
like
okay,
moves
yeah.
the needle almost none.
Okay.
But I
But
feel like then you bring that into the rest of your day where
Yeah.
I'll be freaking out about something and I'll be like, oh, wait, that's in the future and it's hypothetical. It hasn't happened. I'm not in that moment right now. I'm in this moment.
it's like you
Yeah,
learn to
yeah,
catch
okay.
yourself.
And in
yeah.
this
Yeah,
moment,
yeah.
all I'm doing is like pouring myself a glass of water. I can pour myself a glass of
Yeah.
water and the whole world becomes more manageable because you're right. It is working out that muscle of being like, oh, I'm thinking about
Of catching
X, Y,
yourself
or Z. I'm going to
spiraling.
redirect
okay.
myself to the present moment. And that's like where we're happy is in the
Yeah.
present
Yeah.
moment.
But
Hmm.
just drink. It's fine.
Drinking works too.
Yeah. Booze bar.
Yeah, no, I'm still drinking. I'm still drinking.
I'll never
I
stop.
feel like-
You're like, what do you think a
maybe
person
it's-
puts in a leopard?
I'm not-
Yeah,
I drink.
yeah. This is
You
just
think that
coffee.
doesn't have alcohol in
This
it?
is just Bailey's filled to the brim. Just a creme de creme. Look here.
Oh, that sounds
That
so good.
literally,
Creme de menthe. That'd be
oh.
so
That sounds
gross.
amazing.
my childhood best friend's mom,
Ugh.
I'm pretty sure that was her MO all the time. Just
Mm-mm.
big old mug filled with booze.
Yeah, I've heard of
Ugh.
like the coffee cup full of
Hey,
wine
girls.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
driving
yeah.
the kids to school for
And
the day.
that's
I'm
like-
like, that sounds like a really miserable existence.
That's bad. I saw a guy do TikTok where he was showing, he had a tea bag sticking out of like a big cup like this, and then was filling it with vodka. And I was like, well, that's a problem. This
Yeah,
is not,
you're
this isn't a
disgusting.
hack. That's
Yeah.
really gross. Like, where are you
Yeah.
bringing this tea? You just
Yeah,
walk
that's
around.
alcoholism.
That's yeah. You should be bragging about
Yeah,
this.
who's
Like,
watching
shit.
that going, thank God, a solution?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
I can drink tea every day now and no one will notice. Like, what the fuck?
Also, like, you don't need the tea bag
Just take
it's a coffee cup.
Yeah,
People will
it's-
assume it's coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's like,
The tea
"Oh,
bag
thank
is
God,
a sneaky little extra
my
note, though.
tea-flavored
It is.
vodka addiction is cured. I can go anywhere and have just...
Yeah, also, it's not about them seeing your booze, because you could also just put vodka in a water bottle.
Water
A water bottle. They can smell that you've been drinking vodka since the morning.
Yeah, it's coming out of your pores.
The
It's
fact
coming
that
out of your
people think
pores.
that people like that level of drinking that think they're hiding it is hysterical to me.
Yeah.
You're just like, you're literally sweating booze.
Everybody. Also, your behavior is telling the tale, dude. You might think you're being cool. Your speech is slurred. You're fucked up.
Wallow, wallow.
Oh, yeah.
Wait
why?
a second.
Yeah, wait
What are you
a
not
second.
telling us?
Water bottle. That's just how I see it.
That's just my voice. Oh
I
my
think
gosh.
I do that sometimes when I go on stage. I'm like, when I do like a long headline set, I'm like, oh, I like to have a sip or two. And then I'll be like, wow, what a fun set. And then I'll watch back and I'm like, and I was like, oh, I was fucking hammered up there thinking I was being so funny.
Oh,
like,
God.
I'm like, I was so on last night rewatching. I'm like, none of this makes any sense. I can't post any of this
That's
anywhere.
so funny, though. You're
Yeah.
so
Why?
funny on stage.
think I'm
And you were
so
funny when
carried
you're
away.
wild. I don't want to
my
enable
God.
you or encourage bad behavior, but
I
This is
mean-
coffee. Now I have to like convince
No, I
you
believe
guys to,
you.
Like, oh my
I
God.
believe
I
that
know
it's coffee
because
because
we've been in the car
tired.
together. We would have
Yeah.
smelled it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
wait,
know
okay.
you. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't drink, and I'm also like, I'm so terrified of drinking and driving in this fucking city because I have a green card. And it could be, they threaten you. They go, any little thing, ooh,
Oh,
green
yeah,
card taken
you
away.
can't drink and
See you
drive.
later.
Yeah, no.
So I do not fuck with drinking and driving.
In
No.
Canada, though, forget it. Get
Oh,
off the
I'm
road.
drunk. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, when I used to go on stage back when I drank, I would be like, how was my set? And people would be like, you looked shit-faced. You are hammered, and that came through. You were retelling jokes you'd already told.
No.
And then I'm like, oh, I'm going to stop asking people how my set is. I thought that was a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, feedback is
Like,
the
you know what I
problem.
got to do? I need to make a change. I need to stop asking people how I did.
yeah. That was the only solution.
That's all I could possibly do. Yeah. I shudder at the idea of seeing any of my sets where I've been heavily intoxicated. Like, I don't want to know what New Year's Eve was like.
You murdered
I'm
on New
sure
Year's
it was
Eve.
great. Yeah,
I
you're delightful.
bawled my dick off, then you went up and you were like, woo, pouring everybody champagne. It was fucking great.
Yeah.
It was very funny.
You also so don't have a problem. So you being like, I was
Yes.
shit faced is like, oh, did someone have 2 glasses of champagne?
I mean, that's very true. But also, like, 3 or 4 different people complimented that set, which is not. It's great. Obviously, it's, like, good to
Yes.
do well. But, like, in a way that they're like, man, whatever you did tonight, you should do that more often. And I was like, well, that's where the slippery slope
Oh,
is.
no.
No.
Yeah.
Where I was like, chug a bottle of
Yeah.
$2 champagne on stage in a dress that's too tight while I look like a weird package of sausage opening because I have different pairs of
No,
Spanx.
you don't.
just bursting.
Don't
And
you dare.
And I'm like,
Yeah, no,
you
you
I mean,
stop
it's
that.
you know what? It's like Spanx make it worse sometimes.
Spanx, they push up.
yeah.
Push
Hey,
all the fat
how,
up.
How are we peeing in those things? Can we discuss that?
There's slits
Because
now.
I get
They got
piss
buttons, don't they? They just-
everywhere.
I have slits.
Yeah, you open it up, but
But you
then
don't worry
what?
about getting it anywhere?
Oh, it's everywhere. No, I'm
Okay,
covered in
okay,
piss.
okay. That's
I'm
what I
so
needed to know.
Accept it.
I was like, is there a way to not piss all over your entire fucking? Because then I'm peeing and it absorbs it. Like, where does it go?
No, I'm covered in
I'm just
piss.
wearing a pissy suit
But
under
at least
my
I
dress.
look thin.
Well, at least it only happens at the most important occasions of our lives,
Yeah.
right?
People are like, look at that woman covered in urine. She's
Look
wasting
at that
away.
thin woman who smells like pee-pees.
Yeah, that homeless woman is so thin.
We're calling this episode Full Piss.
I mean, that's literally all we've talked about.
Thanks for having us on Sirius XM. We're the Pee-Pee Girls. We're calling the podcast Piss Time.
We're
We're the Piss Girls.
Hi,
Welcome
we're the
to
Piss
Piss Time with the
Sisters.
pee-pee girls.
Jesus.
Piss Sisters does have a nice ring to it, though.
It does. That's.
And it's all one word, Piss Sisters.
I feel like Slobs covers that.
No,
I
it
feel like
doesn't.
yeah, that's true. It does really
Never does.
encompass.
The pee-pee girls.
The Pee-Pee Girls.
I mean, peeing is one of the most consistent things I do.
I just wanted to let that note hang in the air as long as I could.
I was like, yeah, we all can agree with that.
I'm just saying, like,
White power, right, Jess?
God damn it. No.
Oh, I gotta take my jacket off.
It's
Because
just.
it's filled to the brim with piss now.
It's getting hot in here.
Just
That's
over
right.
there.
Yeah, so take off all your clothes. I just, I don't
Mm.
have a good self-care routine that's fully established, and peeing is sort of like a nice thing to look forward to.
You masturbating a lot?
I'm sorry,
That's
I'm
the most
panicking.
depressing thing I've ever
Yes.
heard you say.
I have a really nice bathroom. I do masturbate. Oh, I masturbate. Oh boy, do I masturbate.
Someone cut her off.
I feel like, no,
Someone
that-
stop
Actually,
her.
not that. I think I get like a good afternoon.
We can't just let her say,
Afternoon
"Oh boy,
delight."
do I masturbate over and over for 5 minutes." Someone think of another thought. Jesus
White
Christ!
power. I
No,
hate
'cause that
everything.
seems like a good self-care. I
Oh
think I use
boy,
that.
do
Maybe
I
that is self-care.
masturbate.
Yeah.
Drilling the old clit off.
Yeah, I mean, just
I
getting
was
in
on
there.
that medication. That thing knocked my sex drive out. So I started masturbating every day
without a sex drive.
without a sex
Like
drive
to thought you'd
to
stimulate it.
bring it back, and it kind of worked.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh.
we're back on track, feeling better.
How long were you just going?
Like a couple weeks, but this was also like a month after I had stopped taking that medication, and I was like, "Are we gonna fucking? Is this thing coming back or what?" And then I read that you can increase your sex drive by masturbating, so I made it happen,
Oh,
and it,
wow.
Is that
it worked.
true?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking how funny it would be for someone to be taking that to the next level in search of their sex drive. Like, well, maybe if I just put a butt plug in, just alone in their house, I'll do a butt plug. But they have no sex drive.
Going to bed with a butt plug.
Just
Good
gonna.
night.
I'll.
It's so uncomfortable. Oh.
Have either of you ever given a guy an orgasm in his beehole, a prostate one?
I've done like a tickle rim. I wouldn't say it was a full. Yeah, I think so.
Tickling
but
the rim is not what we're
No,
talking
no,
about. I'm talking about the
I've
prostate.
gone in there.
yeah, I've gotten.
Have
yeah.
you? Yeah.
I went through a phase where I was fingering guys' butts and not asking them. And
Yeah, it's
I thought I was gonna
asserting
be
your
Me Too'd
dominance.
for a bit there. There was a phase where they're like, "Well, I don't like this." I was like, "Really?" Like I was right
I had
in there.
a friend
It
in
was-
Wisconsin who used to do that. It was an unpopular choice.
It was because
Yeah.
one guy liked it, so I assumed everyone liked
Right,
it. So I
they
would just
don't
be
all,
like,
but the rest
"Whoa!"
afraid.
right in there.
No,
and,
that's a
No.
question. You got to ask that one.
Yeah,
oh,
that's
like they're always asking us consent.
No,
Fuck
they
you.
don't ask us.
Yeah,
anything.
no, but I mean, Cosmopolitan never tells you to ask. You
No,
know
it
what I
doesn't.
mean? It's
Yeah,
just like,
Cosmo says.
you know what they're
80
gonna
ways
love.
to make your dude squirt.
Actually, the guy I did it to did get accused of rape, so I actually don't care that I did to him now.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
take that.
did he?
Say his full name.
Did he get accused
Sir?
of rape
in Canada?
by you? Okay.
No, not by me. No. Like, no, he's a bad man. I'll say his name after this. My manager told me that I can no longer out men's names on podcasts.
That's funny. You have a better manager than I do. I definitely use a dude's full
That's
name
good.
in my
Dude,
set
that
all
is
the
it.
time, and my manager's never been like, "Don't do that." I don't know if you heard me tell that joke though.
She was like, "You need to stop because it's not good, and you're going to get sued." And I was like, "Huh."
Is it?
Well, there we
Can
go.
you get sued if it's true?
That's what I.
That's not. No, you can't. It's not slander if it's true.
But you have to be able
Right?
to prove that it's true, and
Well-
you probably can't.
How can you not?
If he was actually
I'm not talking
legally
about
in
the
trouble,
ass raping guy.
Oh,
Calling
wow.
Ass wasn't ass raping. That's not
then
really bad.
who's who?
Oh God,
you
no!
know?
No. It was another guy that I kept outing who like severely ghosted me and fucked me up mentally for like a while. His name I was fully saying.
Well, you should say it, and then when he comes forward to sue
Where
you,
is
go.
my arm
So you
right now?
admit that you've done this.
Yeah.
It's also. I'm sorry. Are you okay? Laura's trapped in her jacket.
She can't get a coat.
I can't get it back on. My hand came out through the pocket. What the fuck's going on with this thing?
It's inverted. I think maybe just no jacket is what.
This
There
is
you go.
what the
Oh,
guy's
yeah.
reaction.
You thought you were getting the best of me. Hell
Oh,
no.
you showed
No
that
jacket outsmarts Lara Bites.
Wow, she's a genius. She's
Yeah.
brilliant.
It's back on. Now
That feels sarcastic. I think we're ready to move on.
Yeah. Move on past the ass.
I love
fingering,
that. I
move
love
on.
that there was a point in this episode when I was like, "There's no dignity to crying and talking at the same time in public." 5 minutes later, my hand is sticking out the pocket of my jacket, and I'm crying because I can't get it on.
Help.
How did I get in it the other times?
Let me ask you, as a person who's put fingers in butts, because I've also done it. Do you ever? Sometimes it's like
Who are you talking to right now?
you.
Mhm.
Have you done it?
I've put.
I feel like you didn't answer. You just put it on us.
I mean, we've
Those-
poked around.
Those
We've
busy
done
fingers.
some-
they've- yeah.
I never-
Digity.
I never
do.
made
Literally,
anything.
you're putting on hands
happen.
Yeah.
as we're saying
As we're
this.
saying it, because I'm reliving. Because it's like in my experience, sometimes you get a bit of the scent changes in the department. You start like, oh,
Poopy finger.
there's asshole in like it's out.
Oh.
So I one time threw up. I one time threw up on a. I mean, I ran from this thing. I didn't throw up on the guy.
Tell the story in complete sentences immediately.
I'm sorry. I'm traumatized. I've never told anyone this story. So I'm going down on a guy and I'm like, time to mix it up. You know, I'm spicy back there. And then it's just like so much, just like a waft of doo-doo, like a cloud.
Like was it on the finger?
I think there was a little. Yeah, for sure there was. But it was like, it wasn't like, I didn't pull out a full turd. It was like a Tootsie Roll.
And it was a
So
balancing.
you had your finger in his ass, you smelled shit, and then you puked on his dick? Have I connected the dots?
I have to go, I have to hit, and I like ran and I vomited. And he's like, what happened?
Oh, shut up.
Your dick was so big.
Yeah.
The wafting scent of your duty butthole
your caca
came into my
butt.
lungs, and I nearly passed away.
I almost said I shit on a guy's dick. I puked on a guy's dick once.
I did that once too, and that man proposed to me.
Oh, I never got to hook up with this guy again.
Yeah, well, no one should.
A guy's dick bled in my mouth.
Oh.
That's different from both.
Tell that
What
story.
is that? Oh no, you're.
I actually thought I had AIDS for 3 years. No, it was
3 years.
Well, no,
You win. We're listening.
No. It was actually the first guy I ever hooked up with in LA, and I was going down on him, and then I was like, I tasted. It's not like I wasn't a fucking beaver down there. I know how to fucking suck a dick without teeth.
I know you do, sweetie.
Thank you.
Yeah, look at that haircut.
Hey, if anyone needs me to prove it, I'm kidding.
Right now.
So I was going down there, and I tasted blood, so I pulled my mouth out. I was like, and I started gagging, and it like was dripping down like right underneath his head. And I was like, "What the fuck?" He was like, "Whoa, what'd you do to me?" And I was like, "Buddy, I didn't do shit." And then he had like a really
your blood
big,
in my mouth?
dry, like he had a really like it was all like crusted all around his like dick. Like it was like and he had a studio, so I'm in the kitchen like making myself sick, and you're putting on more hands.
I'm gonna drink it. I think I'm gonna drink it.
I think I might have to drink it. Yeah, and it was like I started gagging because I think I needed to. Now. I'm actually feeling sick.
We haven't touched anything. We're just panicking.
I need it now.
My hands are gonna turn to dust.
No, it was horrible.
Oh, but then you ended up being fine.
You know why? Because I went crazy and I accused him of having HIV, which you don't do. It's really bad. And he apparently has like a weird blood disorder. So he showed me he weirdly got tested like just like a couple days ago. So he showed me his results, and it was negative. But
a couple days ago from the prison.
From when
this just happened.
This happened like 5 years ago. No, I don't have.
And he's like, I have a thing.
And then after he was like,
you had
oh,
AIDS for 3 years
Again,
from 3 days ago.
Advanced warning.
Yeah, don't let me put my lips around your pee-pee.
If it might bleed.
Yes,
I was in Ireland and a guy's dick was disgusting. There was a discharge. I was like, you have an STD. And he was like, no, it's fine. And I was like, and I didn't hook up with him, obviously. I'm like, are people fucking you with this disgusting dick of yours?
Yeah, I remember I had one incident where I was like, oh no, I'm not going to touch that.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a smell thing. Where we were like making out, and he pulled his dick out, and I smelled it from up there. I was like, ooh, I didn't have to see it.
Yeah, your body is communicating disease to me.
It's
right
screaming.
Now. I'm seeing that.
It's like
because of evolution. I can tell when you're disgusting, and I don't want any of that passed on to me.
No.
What?
Just
the audacity, the confidence that men have.
But it's also just even if you got like a weird looking situation, I think. I went down on a guy once, and he had one ball. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I'm in here searching for balls. Where is it?
That's so funny.
You're not going to go, by the way, little light in the load down there.
Oh, I have worse than that.
Oh, no. I went
This
down.
really, it has still haunted me. It was, he took his pants off, and the ball was the size, it was the size of like a deflated basketball. And I'm not even exaggerating. It was so fucking big, and I went, what's that? And I couldn't even I'm like, where was it in the pants? How did I not notice this? And he told me that his ex-wife had kicked him in the balls, and you know that like part of like the ball skin.
Oh, the perineum.
Yes, whatever that was.
I don't know what it's called.
All the fluid went to one side, but I was like, you need medical attention. Like you also that must feel like really weird to walk around with.
Surgery.
Yeah,
Get
your
a
body
surgery.
can't
I would
look
start
like
a GoFundMe for this. It was so bad, and then I was like, and then I still went through with it, and I just felt it like it's like slapping me, and I was like, I cried. No, I cried during it. It was very bad. It was so
for
bad.
our listeners, so much of that
story
story was in hand gestures.
It's bad. It was so bad because I can't get through it. It's so upsetting.
Also, what did you do to your grown ex-wife that she kicked you in the balls.
Also,
Yes.
why was that information not provided long before you saw the ball sack?
Yeah,
For your
long
big
before.
saggy walnut is out just
Walnut, I wish. I
What
literally...
did you ask? What did you do to your ex-wife that made her kick you that hard in the balls that now you have to drag them behind you
Yeah.
like a
No, I just-
camping tent?
It was like Santa Claus. It was like Santa's sack. It was literally insane.
Oh my god.
So big
Here
and...
comes Santa Claus.
Not that anyone ever deserves to be physically abused.
It's just
Snip that out too when we're making the white power edits.
yeah, whoops.
Anyways, it was haunting. And it still haunts
Show
me.
up, be white. That's all we have.
Boy.
That's all we have.
It's just like the
Oh, shoot.
it was about
use the cough
teeth. You didn't
Did
oh
you just
come
call me
on. We
Sue?
literally had the cough button put in for you because you have those hairballs.
I do.
Oh my
Susan,
god.
I like her.
It's just like situations like that make me so mad about the moments, like the tiniest things that we get insecure about.
Yeah.
You read my
Oh.
mind.
Yeah, and, like I'm
Oh, yeah, by
maybe
the way,
I'm a
my
little bit
nutsack is enormous.
heavier than it's like you have a
Right.
full sack
Yeah.
of skin dragging behind your leg.
Yeah. I get like self-conscious. I always joke about having a big labia, which I'm not saying it's small, but I get like self-conscious about it. And then as soon as I see a guy's penis, I'm like, it's disgusting. Ew, what
Yeah.
the fuck? What does it matter what the hell I have?
Like Frankenstein's
Sick.
monster penises.
Literally,
and you're
just
like,
a bunch of veins sewn together. I'm like, I hate whatever that is.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I get so self-conscious like a week out of the month because I'm like 5 pounds heavier than I am the other weeks. And then I think about some of the stuff that's been presented to me over the course of my sexual past. And it's just, it's inexcusable.
Mhm.
Mind blowing.
Mhm.
Mind blowing. The fact that I get so
Like you
self-conscious
presented that
about
with
having
confidence.
a perfect tight pussy. And it's like I just don't know. It's too much, you know. It's like a grand piano.
A grand piano.
I slip off the chair on it. All right, maybe I overspoke. It's a bit of a,
hanging
it's like a
out. You can see
it's a
it
keyboard.
Maybe.
hanging out the back of your
Mhm.
dress.
It's mind blowing the confidence of men to just show up and be what's up?
Themselves.
Yeah,
themselves.
what's-
How dare you?
How dare they?
Be ashamed. Become someone else.
That's
Mhm.
right.
Be a little ashamed, please.
I mean,
We need shame.
shame is a great tool.
It is.
When really we're all perfect children of God.
Yeah.
And that's really what this podcast is about.
Yeah.
We're God slobs.
Yeah, this is actually a very religious
It's a
podcast.
Christian.
I'm
We
gonna
got
read
ya.
From Palms
Palms.
23:38 right now.
Well, I think that like
Is that
porn,
something?
it's like
Psalms.
porn is
Oh.
like the sex that people
don't
see
know.
before they have sex.
And they think that's
and
what
so
sex
they
is.
think that perfect is the
Mhm.
default when really the default is extra skin, weird balls, a
Mhm.
missing ball, whatever.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you see these like
stuff.
picturesque
Yeah.
dicks and women,
Discharge, toilet paper crumbs.
and you think it's
blood.
normal to just
Toilet paper crumbs.
fuck someone's face till they cry, or whatever you guys are into. Not that I'm into that.
I'm not into fucking someone's face till they cry.
Yeah. The
I
crying.
mean, neither. I don't want to cry.
oh, you're crying or they're crying?
I want them to cry. I want them to fuck my
Okay.
face till they cry.
They're fucking your face.
I hate your face.
Yeah, we're going through some stuff. We can talk about that after the podcast.
Yeah.
That might change in a couple weeks. Couple
Five
more
Ants is wearing
sessions.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, did you guys watch porn before you had sex?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel like I feel
Not like regularly, but I saw a couple.
I watched
yeah.
it like
I saw
game
enough to
tape.
be like, oh, that's sex. What?
I was like watching it like it was game
Making
tape. I
notes?
was like,
Okay,
huh,
do that
interesting.
first.
Like,
Yeah.
okay, I see what you did there. Like, I
Yeah.
was literally analyzing it the way a coach would analyze his basketball
I
team.
definitely imitated it, and it seemed like guys really liked that. So I
Yeah.
pretended. I did an impression of a woman having sex for a long time
Yeah.
before I was like, oh, this
Hurts my back.
should be enjoyable. I should enjoy this also. Oh, okay. Well, then we're going to need to change some stuff up.
Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of men who still don't know that. It's like, you know, that actually could feel good for me too.
Yeah, I feel like the
Or they
ones
think-
who don't care about your pleasure in bed also don't care about your pleasure in life. So those aren't going to be people you want to be in a relationship with anyway.
Mhm.
That's
So let your freak flag fly.
that's a
mean, there you
great
go.
observation.
Yeah, they just don't care how you feel
At all.
Mhm.
generally.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I now wonder how many just men are just in the dark thinking all of that acting that we've done.
Well, and we
That's
shouldn't
how
have
I know
done
I'm
it.
good in bed.
I used to fake orgasms when I was like a freshman in college, and it's like that's a great way to never have an orgasm with someone.
Yeah.
Because they think that the nothing that they're
They
doing
did it. And they're
is
like,
enough.
I'll keep doing that.
Like,
yeah.
why doesn't that? What's wrong tonight? This worked all the other times. No, it's
No, I was lying the whole time.
I was lying the whole time.
I'm
I'm telling
never-
the truth tonight.
I've never lied in bed. For some reason, the second I'm like so self-conscious normally, the second I'm naked, I'm like, and then I'm going to come every time.
That's fucking awesome.
And I make sure I fucking come. Oh, when I never get fuck. I'm like, you didn't come? I'm gonna sit in your fucking face. I'm gonna come. Ta ta. Good night. I don't give a fuck.
God, my
I
respect for
don't.
you is
Oh yeah,
endless and
I
grows
don't
every
care.
single
I'm like,
day.
I'm not. What's the point of having sex? I
Yeah.
can do this on my own. If I don't fucking come, there's no
Like,
point.
what is this? Just your body taking up
disgusting,
space?
stinky
I
cock in my
want
bed.
that
Get
to be
out
a
of my
sound
house.
bite from this week's episode for sure. If I don't come, what's the fucking point? I don't know. I
The
gave you a
fuck
New York accent for
Out
that.
of my house.
What am I even doing here?
Hey, I'm trying to come over here.
Yeah, I'm coming here.
Hey.
Think I'm looking at your weird deflated basketball to not have an orgasm? Dream on.
What, for your satisfaction? I think that I didn't know I wasn't coming until I came for the first time.
Oh.
I think I kind of thought, like, that felt kind of good. The connection. I thought it was an orgasm.
Yeah.
And then the second I put a vibrator to my clit, I was like, I've been living a lie. And I swear to God, the first time I used a vibrator, I don't think I genuinely, I'm sure this is like an overdone premise or something, but I genuinely think I didn't go anywhere for 3 weeks.
Oh,
and
sure.
I just laid in bed every night after work. I'd be like,
When I started using one,
Absolutely
I
yes.
had to remove my vibrator privileges pretty immediately because I like burned out the motors of like a couple of like not the batteries, I
Yeah,
like went
same.
through them, and then I was like, I can't have a fucking vibrator a day habit. I need to go outside and get some fresh air.
yeah.
So then it was only fingers for a very long time.
to
and
try
then
to
I
like cool yourself down.
yeah, then
to,
I
like,
reintroduced it as like a tool for like during sex.
like an
in
extra.
a
That's
partnership.
fun.
Yeah.
In
And then I
partnership.
started doing it just by myself because I just don't.
You're like, I'm back on
I'm
the
not
wagon.
18 anymore. You know what I mean?
Oh, you think you have more self-control?
Yeah. I said that recently. My boyfriend was like, "You should be at your sexual prime right now." And I'm like, "Oh damn, I should." And that made me feel kind of bad.
Yeah, but maybe you are, but you just have self-control. I once had a vibrator. I've had vibrators die, and one time, and this is more speaking to probably how cheap I am when I buy things, I literally had a vibrator start smoking.
You did not.
I swear to God. And
That's
I was like,
so funny.
I was like, this says a lot about me, and I don't want to reflect on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to not masturbate for a while. And I was like, okay, well, that's something. I should sue the company. I could have burned my clit off.
Yeah, you could have.
Maybe that's the goal. They're like, enough.
Like, enough is enough. That's when he gets to smoking. They're like, please
Yeah.
stop.
They're like, go
I,
for a walk, bitch.
I'm gonna gross you guys all out. I started using
Now?
a vibrator type thing quite early on. I got this wiggly pen when I was a kid.
Vibrating toothbrush. I don't think that's
it
gross.
It literally is, where it would like do like swirls. And when I was really young, I was like, and I used to hide under my bed, and I'd use it all the time.
That's amazing.
So I've been using a little vibrator for maybe too long.
That's good. Self-discovery.
Mhm.
I explored myself when I was a child as well. I would look at my vagina in my nightlight, and I was like, well, this is something else. And
There's a whole universe in there.
I put my finger in my butthole once just to see if I could. I was like, I wonder if this
Will
fits
fit.
into
Yeah.
this. And it did. My mom walked into the room right
While
afterwards.
you were like, oh.
Okay.
Right afterwards and was like, what is that smell? And I was like, I don't know. And she was like, come on, what's that smell? What is that smell? And I was like, I put
Oh my God.
my finger in my butthole.
Okay, so it happens to everybody.
And she was like, don't do that. And she walked out of the room. And I
Kink shamed you immediately.
never did it again.
She did king shaming.
Don't do that.
I wasn't
Don't.
even being kinky. I was
You
just,
made the house
You
stink.
can't give a kid a toy and have him put the circle in the circle hole, the square in the square hole, and the triangle in the triangle hole, and then be fucking pissed when they generalize that skill
Yeah.
to other natural areas
You're
of
like,
life. I wanted to
Yeah.
know.
It fits in my nose.
I couldn't
it's one
see
holes.
where the
Yeah.
hole ended. I didn't know.
How deep is it? Where does the poop come from? It's
How deep is your
I wouldn't
hole?
say it fit comfortably, but it fit.
Oh, well, that's
None of your
I
business
wasn't
what
a
that
child.
smell
I was
is,
probably
Mom.
like grade 7,
grow up. Yeah.
6, 7. I
Grade
was child.
6, 7.
I don't want to say child.
I was a child.
Oh, I think I didn't know. I mean, I did some like aggressive bike
Yeah,
riding. As
yeah,
a
you were a
kid, where
chair
it's like,
humper for sure, couch
Yeah.
humper.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
but
I humped things for sure. But,
but for some reason, it took me a while to make the connection between that and then like, oh yes, the clit.
oh yeah,
like-
there was. I didn't understand what it was.
Like really
Yeah.
getting right on it and going, oh.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't do that till I was puberty-y. Sexually mature.
Puberty-y?
Okay,
Yeah.
puberty.
Yeah, I didn't do
Man.
that till puberty. I remember kind of feeling like my underwear felt good in a special way sometimes. But I never was like, let's do
Yeah.
this.
Wow. I definitely went through way too long of thinking like sex and sexual pleasure for women was just vaginal stimulation. When I was like in like high school, trying to be like, I'm gonna like get hot and lose my virginity or whatever.
My friend in middle school told me there was like a bone you were supposed to rub, which is and isn't true.
A bone?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's not a bone.
It's the clit.
Clit. Yeah.
A bone. I guess when you're in middle school, it's just like that.
It kind of is.
Was she really skinny?
No.
Yeah.
She was skinny.
I was like, is it really bony for some
Yeah,
people? I feel like it's like the centerpiece on a meat sandwich.
Yeah, I don't know. She used to hump books, though. She'd open them and close them. She told me about it.
Hump
I think I tried it once, and I was like, this isn't...
You tried
Wait,
it.
humping like the in pages or the out, like the outside?
Open them
You
and
could
close
have
them.
Oh my God, you could have cut.
Oh.
That's all
On
the
her-
information I have.
that's-
Yeah.
Huh.
Wow.
Seems almost too much.
It's a weird reason to find
It
out
wasn't
somebody
for
loves
me.
books.
Yeah.
I love that you tried
I
it.
was,
What
I
if
was
she
like, I'll
even-
try anything once.
Yeah, no, she fucked books.
Man.
Yeah.
I probably like humped pillows. I humped pillows.
Oh, I hump pillows.
Oh, that's the
So
same as like
cute.
just like in my bed, making out with my hand, pretending it was a guy I had a crush on.
Oh, God.
I kind of humped
Is
my
this what
friends when I
sex
was like
is?
8, 7, 8. But I didn't know what I was doing. I just saw that Boys to Men music video, and I was like, I want to rub on stuff too.
I want to be just like Boys to Men.
Yeah.
I remember, I don't remember what age I figured out that sex was actually like maybe it was health class. I don't know. I just thought sex was like naked people rubbing each other.
Dude,
I didn't know there was a hold on there for a very long time.
I found out too early because I faked my
Seriously.
period because my sister had her period.
So you
So I
wanted
put
to-
food coloring in the toilet because I wanted to be like her. Like I wanted to do everything she did.
So
you
I've
know?
never been more glad I had brothers.
I put food coloring in the toilet. And so my parents gave me the sex talk way too early. And it was complete with books. And so I read what sex was.
was
And
scary?
I was disgusted. Just
yeah,
horrified.
because I feel like as a little
and then
kid,
I
you're
had
like,
to fake my period every month until I had it.
wait, you
Oh.
just
I
kept
didn't
up
fake
the lie?
it every month, but yeah, I didn't tell anybody. I think as an adult, I told my mom, and she was like, "Well, that sucks."
We spent
You
a
know,
lot
what are
of
you gonna
money
do?
on tampons.
Like,
yeah, I just
Where
used
were they
them,
going? You're just dipping them in the toilet
Yeah,
and swirling them
pads.
around.
No,
Oh.
I would put food coloring on them.
Oh, wow.
Just want you to know, I still have my period.
Yeah.
You're dangling.
As a
your-
kid,
Yeah.
it's like I wasn't even really a liar as a kid, but that lie felt like it was so big that I would be in so much trouble
So you
if
had to
I
keep
told
it
the truth. So
going.
I was like, just you're,
Like, you're a
gonna
woman
get your
now.
period eventually. Yeah. So my parents thought I got my period when I was like 8 years old.
Oh my God. Wow.
Um,
Well, speaking of periods, we're coming to a
Fuck,
close.
we gotta
yes,
close on
we
that.
Are.
God damn it.
Yes. Well, guess what?
3
That's-
slobs closing on a period joke.
Yeah. That was fun.
That was fun.
This was great.
Yeah.
We are disgusting.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. We're disgusting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks
So
for
we'll
listening.
Thanks for listening. We'll be back.
listen everywhere you listen to podcasts. We're on the Comedy Store Network. We love you. We'll see you somewhere. So, I don't know.
Okay, bye.
I'm bad at leaving.
Follow the podcast at Slobs Pod. Follow me at Lara Bites.
Follow me at Steph Tolev.
Follow me everywhere on the internet at JMS Comedy.